Wednesday was the deadliest day for a twister outbreak since 1932. Crews are working around the clock searching for any sign of life among the debris. However, as we mentioned earlier, most of the missing are feared dead. More than 400 people unaccounted for in Tuscaloosa. Search and rescue crews are now moving from rescue, as we said, to recovery. News 5's Jessica Taloney has been in Tuscaloosa covering the story for us. She joins us now live with what's happening now. Jessica.
Rosanna, Mel, we're on Hargrove Road in Tuscaloosa. Not much here untouched by the tornado. Homes are flattened, debris piled high. Just hours ago, a search crew with a cadaver dog came through this area. As you said, the search and rescue efforts have really switched over now to a recovery operation. And they're not just looking for people who lived in these homes. They're looking for bodies that perhaps were picked up by a twister, tossed across the street, or even down the block. But even as that sounds grim, what keeps people going in this area are the survival stories. And under many of these piles of rubble, there are amazing stories.
We ran and jumped under the stairs, and I grabbed a couple pillows. We had the door slightly cracked, and we heard just all the windows shattered. And we could still hear the noise, so we shut the door and sat there a minute, and I cracked it to look and see. About that time I heard boom, it slammed the door on us and kind of rolled us back on top of each other. It lifted us up and kind of shifted us across the ground. When we started moving, we probably moved about 15 or 20 foot just from the stairs and everything. When we started moving is when I got scared. Even when we came out, we were still kind of scared because of the power lines, gas leaking, and all that stuff.
More than 400 people have been reported missing, but the challenge there is that there's not just really one agency to report missing to, so there's a fear that there are many more than that that haven't even been reported. In fact, just one agency, the Bama Dining Services, they run the cafeteria at the University of Alabama. They told me today they have 121 employees that they have not heard from, and they say for many of those employees, those folks they work with are their only family, so they're really concerned about those 121 that may not have been reported missing, but have still not been accounted for. Reporting live in Tuscaloosa, Jessica Taloney, News 5.
And thank you, Jessica.